We've done our best this week to find out as much about Destiny as we can. We went to Bungie, asked them our questions, asked them your questions, and saw Destiny itself in action. But there are still plenty of things about the epic shooter that we don't know, or rather, that we don't have any details about. The things we don't know about. The known unknowns of the Destiny universe. I'm going to stop saying known now. The first of these is the competitive multiplayer. So far, Bungie has shown off strike missions which feature fire teams of 3 players cooperating, but nothing about how teams might come together to fight each other. We know that player versus player combat will be in the game, but it's still unclear whether it will happen as you make your way around a persistent world, or whether it sits in its own mode, or what type of game types, match sizes and so on Bungie will include. The studio has said that items and loot from single player will be usable in multiplayer combat, and we also know, whisper it, that the multiplayer in Bungie's old Halo games was extraordinary. So this is something we're pretty desperate to see more of, and according to the studio, we will at E3. On a similar theme, we also know surprisingly little about the game's campaign. We know that it's set in our solar system at least 700 years in the future, when our interplanetary civilization has been reduced to a single surviving city by an event called the Collapse, and there are a ton of nasty aliens about. But we don't know how linear the mission structure will be, how travelling between the planets will work, and how co-op and competitive multiplayer will slot in alongside the single player game. Again, all eyes are on E3 for a likely drop of info. Tied into this, there's still a lot to find out about the players themselves, or rather, the player characters. We gather that your character will be persistent across single and multiplayer modes, with different items and upgrades earned across all gameplay types. And we know characters will be chosen from 3 different races: humans, Awoken and Exo, and 3 different classes: Titan, Hunter and Warlock. But we don't know exactly how these choices will translate into abilities and therefore play styles, especially with races, and we still have lots to find out about Destiny's progression trees, how and when different skills, weapons and armour will be unlocked by the player. Also, we've heard the word faction a lot, and aside from being able to join one and hopefully make a cool insignia, we don't know how these will operate in the world. Talking about factions and other players, you'll be meeting a lot of these in the Tower, the central social hub of the city. We know an outline of what the Tower is about. You can explore it in third person, interact with other players and do business with vendors, but Bungie hasn't really shown it yet. It's the hopeful centre of humanity's world, a mix of near futuristic styles with a Japanese influence, and we're expecting it to have a bit of a wow factor. We can't wait to get our first proper look. And speculating on when that first look might come brings us to our final point, the Destiny beta. This PlayStation timed exclusive will be the first time gamers descend on the world of Destiny in big numbers. We know it's happening this summer, but we don't know exactly when or exactly what will be included, and it's basically driving us crazy. So that's it, thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed Destiny Week and are as excited about the game as we are. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome Destiny content and for absolutely everything across PS3, PS4 and PS Vita.